My dear meditators, I am extremely pleased to see that the business community has started giving importance to spirituality. Spirituality is needed by every human being. One who lives a spiritual life lives a healthy life, harmonious life. But those who are leaders of the society, they need it much more. In today's world, business community has a very important role to play. They are leaders of the society. If they live immoral life, they harm themselves and give a wrong message to the society. In our country, there is a very old saying, Mahajano ye nagata hai sapantha. Public usually follow the leaders. You give example, good example to the society by living a real spiritual life. And for your good also. I have been in business for a number of years, and I know how much tension is there. Anyone who has big responsibility in life has to face different situations, pleasant, unpleasant, success, failures. And if one does not have spiritual base, the life becomes miserable. There is nothing wrong in earning money. A householder has to earn money, but it should be earned honestly. In business, we say honesty is the best policy. True. But when one becomes slave of greed, then one forgets everything. Making money, by hook or by crook, honestly or dishonestly. The aim is to make money. That is one reason why general public does not have a very good opinion about the business people. But if one learns spirituality, with the base of spirituality, one cannot take any action which will harm others. You earn money, certainly, but keep on understanding that money comes from the consumers, from the society. They give you the bread and butter. If you are dishonest in your dealings with a customer, how can you expect peace and harmony within yourself? All the time, when there is mere selfishness to get money honestly, dishonestly, then the mind remains agitated. There can't be peace in the mind. When you are successful in a particular deal, you become very highly elated. But that brings lot of sorrow, because there is every possibility of your being not successful in a deal. And when you are not successful in a deal, it results in deep depression. These two extremes take you away from the inner peace. In my business days, I had my own experience. Every time your mind gets agitated by any reason, then you not only lose your peace and harmony, you have to deal in the office with your subordinates, with your seniors, and because you are agitated inside, you have not been successful, you scold at your juniors, you shout at your juniors, and the junior gets agitated, shout at his junior and his junior. The whole atmosphere of the office becomes so tense. In such an atmosphere, how can you make good decision, right decision? In business, making decision is very important, but when your mind is agitated, it is cloudy, no clarity in the mind, then you can't make quick decisions. All the time you are hesitating. This decision is good. Oh no, no. That is good. Oh no, no. In such a cloudy mind, most of the time the decision that you make is wrong. But with the base of spirituality, if the mind remains calm, quiet, tranquil, transparent, then you make quick decisions and right decisions. You get better results in your dealings. You don't spoil the atmosphere of the office. You don't spoil the atmosphere of your factory. If you are tense, you make others also tense. It can never give good results in life. If the aim is just to earn money, then this relentless rat race, money, 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 one forgets everything. In a particular deal, you are not successful, you are very sorrowful, but you become all the more sorrowful if the deal goes to your competitor. Why he got this business and why not I? Such heart-burning. With the base of spirituality, you try your best to be successful in business with honest means. And if you are not successful, you smile. Not successful, so what? I will try again. I will try again. If the business goes to your competitor, you smile. You generate not jealousy, but sympathetic joy. When you generate jealousy, you are the first victim. You become so miserable. What do you gain by that? You lose your sleep. You can't have a sound sleep. But if there is sympathetic joy, oh, look, this person is successful, is joyful. Seeing somebody joyful, you also generate joy within yourself, sympathetic joy. You are happy. You are not obliging anybody. When you are jealous and become miserable, become unhappy, you are harming yourself. Success or no success, if you are equanimous, that doesn't mean that you become inactive. Spirituality does not make you inactive. You have to be very active with a balanced mind. That gives you so much of peace. With a balanced mind, you won't shout at your juniors. You won't destroy the peace of the office or the factory. And you find that those who are working with you also work with so peaceful mind, because you have not disturbed them. You have not made them unhappy. All this happens only when you train your mind to remain equanimous in every situation. Keep on working hard, working hard. Success or failure, both are bound to come in the life. You don't lose the balance of your mind. With a balanced mind, you find there will be more success than failure. When the mind is balanced, the decision is always good. When you don't spoil the atmosphere around you, the working capacity of others also becomes stronger. In business, if all the time you lose your temper, a short-tempered person cannot have good relations with the customers, cannot have good relation with various government offices where one has to go and deal with them, discuss with them. A balanced mind person always maintains very good relation with everyone who comes in contact. This is the real success. Mere money making is not success. After all, why we earn money? We earn money to live happily. We earn money and lose our happiness. Then what sort of earning it is? How does it help us? How does it help anybody else? If all the time while doing business you are careful not to cheat the customer. I get my bread and butter from the customer, so I won't do anything which will harm my customer in quality, in quantity, or giving wrong advertisements in the paper, exaggerating the quality of your product which is actually wrong, and like this deceive the customers. You may get money for some time, but soon people will start realizing this is a dishonest dishonest trader, you lose your credibility. With honesty, with peace of mind, with balanced mind, you earn money, you don't harm others, you don't deceive others. So much of satisfaction is there. After all, a businessman has a very important role to play in the society. A factory owner, a manufacturer has a very important role in the society. A consumer cannot start manufacturing his or her requirements. You manufacture something for the society. You are playing your role to serve the society in your capacity, your ability. A businessman buys something from the manufacturer, sells it to the consumer. An important role, very important role. A customer cannot go and buy from the manufacturer. There must be middlemen. You are serving the society and you get your remuneration for that. Nothing wrong. But if all this is done merely with the aim of earning money, accumulating money, earning money, accumulating money, you don't care that you are earning money by harming the customer. At times you take so much profit which becomes difficult for the customer, but you don't care because the customer needs it. The customer has to buy. Whatever price I quote, I have the monopoly of this particular item. This money cannot give you peace, cannot give you happiness. If one plays the role, my role in the society, as an industrialist to manufacture consumer items or whatever items are needed by the society, as a trader buying from the manufacturer and selling to the consumer, I am playing my role. I get my remuneration. But when you get your remuneration, you accumulate money, and this results in inflating their ego. Look, I am such an intelligent person. I am such a clever person, and that is why I am successful. Others are not so clever, ignorant people. That is why they can't earn that much money that I earn. Ego, ego, ego. This ego-centeredness is a source of nothing but misery, misery, misery. If one practices spirituality by observing the truth within oneself as you have been doing, and you will keep on doing in the future, you will notice that every time I harm somebody, I have first harmed myself. And nobody wants to harm oneself. The habit pattern will start changing. When the ego is very strong, you earn money, then you start having hatred for others, another madness. You earn money, and now your ego says, well, people accept that I am a very rich person. Good. But I must also have a good name, a good fame, by telling people that I am a big philanthropist. Look, I give dana, I give donation, large donations. You built a school, a hospital, any other thing for the good of the society. Nothing wrong. But again, it is just to inflate your ego. I must have name and fame now. I got money all right. Now name, now fame. I must have some position in the society, some power in the society, some status in the society. Again, nothing but misery, misery, misery. Whatever one earns, one understands that my profit is coming from the society, from the consumer. I have to share. I have to share my income with the society. A portion of my income. If more income, then more portion. Less income, less portion. But a portion of my income must be used for the society. Not to inflate my ego. This is my duty, again and again my duty. Then the mind remains balanced. One lives a happy life, peaceful life, a real service to the society. How much satisfaction one gets. I am doing my job of serving the society according to my capability. And look, people are getting benefit with that. I am serving the society. Such a big satisfaction is there. And there is no spirituality, mere running after material gain, then one does not consider good or bad of the others. I must get my profit as much as I can. The business people have a very important role to play in today's society. They are leaders of a very important section of the society, and because of the money power, they have connection with the political leaders, political parties. With the help of your money power, you start helping such politicians, such political parties who are corrupt, who have no honesty. Then again you started harming the society. Your money power is not to help such immoral politicians who are again out of greed for again money, position, power, status. You started harming in another way. Nowadays the business is mostly international business. You deal with your customers in different countries. If your dealing is dishonest, not only you get a bad name in the foreign country, the whole country gets a bad name. You are representative of the country, so far as state is concerned. You are ambassadors of the country, so far as state is concerned. And if the other countries, they start feeling these traders are dishonest, they have deceived us, they have cheated us, then the whole country is taken as dishonest country. You started harming your country, harming your nation. If the mind is balanced, then you can't do such things. You always think that I have got a very important role to play, to help my people, to help my country, to help the other countries. I earn money honestly, without harming anybody, without cheating anybody, and I use a portion of it for the good of others in different ways. Then you find you are living such a peaceful life. A big difference start coming. All the time remaining agitated, very highly agitated, and you take some alcohol to forget your agitation, to forget your worries. But that won't help. Again you come out of it, again you are agitated. The same misery. But with the base of spirituality, agitation will go away. You are peaceful. Ups and downs are bound to come in life. I have seen many Vipassana meditators who are high business people. Previously, they used to have so much agitation in life, but after practicing Vipassana, life totally changed. Totally changed. How much peaceful. Vicissitudes in life does not disturb their mind. And still they make money and make proper use of the money. They are very happy. If there is no base of spirituality, then due to one reason or the other, distress comes, depression comes. When we have a lot of money, the bank balance is very high, profit is very high, yet there can be many reasons where some undesirable thing has happened. Your relationship with your spouse, your relation with your children, your relation with your friends, your relation with your partners, something happens and you become so depressed. Money cannot help you to come out of that depression. Spirituality will help you to come out of depression. Large number of business people who keep coming to courses I have seen, they are deeply depressed, and by this technique they learn how to deal when depression is there. When they start experiencing sensations, when they start understanding the nature of the sensations, anicca, 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 they understand anything arises in the mind, arises with a sensation on the body. Now depression is the reason in the mind, due to this reason or that reason. Depression, just accept the fact. At present there is depression in my mind. At the mental level there is depression in my mind. What sensation? Any sensation at that time in any part of the body is related to that depression. And observing sensations, you understand this is not eternal. This keeps changing. Anicca, anicca. So the depression is also anicca. It is related to sensations. Let me see how long it lasts. Let me see how long it lasts. Then your head is above the water. You are not sinking. You start observing the reality of depression as depression, observing the sensations as sensations with the characteristic of anicca. Slowly one finds depression has become weaker, weaker, weaker. One comes out of it. Especially those who have great responsibilities in life. And business people have great responsibility. Such situations are bound to come, where due to one reason or the other, you feel highly agitated, highly depressed, and here is a base for you to face every situation with a balanced mind. Balanced mind, the agitation goes away easily. Otherwise, the agitation, the depression keeps overpowering you, and the misery keeps on multiplying. When you have the base of spirituality, of course you are not harming others, but at the same time you are not harming yourself. By living a spiritual life, you don't oblige the society. You are obliging the society, but more than that, you are obliging yourself. You learn how to live peacefully, harmoniously, art of living. Every individual requires this art of living, how to live peacefully and harmoniously. Responsible people, leaders of the society require more, because they start influencing the other members of the society. If they are miserable, they make others also miserable. If they are peaceful, the peace and harmony within themselves will start giving peace and harmony to the atmosphere. The whole office atmosphere, the factory atmosphere, the atmosphere of your dealings with the customers, all around you see, it is peaceful. It is peaceful. And yet you are making money. Not that you become inactive and you say, now I don't care about business. I've got no attachment for business. Yes, no attachment, but as a duty, as a member of the society, important member of the society, I'm doing my duty and I get benefit from that, nothing wrong. But I'm using it properly, not harming anybody, but helping others. This base of spirituality is so important for business people. I know with my own experience, and I know with the experience of number of other business people who have been taking courses in India and in other countries, and I'm glad it has started here also. You all who have now practiced Vipassana for 10 days, you can become a good example for others. I know it is so difficult. Even a businessman understands that spiritual path is very good for me. This Vipassana, to keep the mind calm, equanimous, is very helpful for me. But two difficulties arise. 10 days. Impossible. No. I cannot spare 10 days. I am such a busy person. I have so much responsibilities. How can I forget everything and go 10 days? Then you will become an example. Look, I have gone for 10 days. I am equally businessman. I am equally responsible. I am equally so busy. And look, what change has come. And they start seeing change in you. Then they won't hesitate to spare 10 days of their life. It gives result. And they see the result in you. Previously you used to remain very agitated. Now you are so peaceful. And yet working. You're not becoming inactive. You're working. They get inspiration. That is one way, one reason why people from business community hesitate to come to a course like this. Another reason, after all, there are so many sects, so many religions, so many traditions, so many beliefs, and one hesitates. What will happen if I go there? I will lose my religion and get converted in some other religion, some other cult, some other dogma will be imposed on me. Oh no. Doesn't matter, even if I remain miserable and there is a way to come out of misery, still, this is not my religion, another religion. This is not according to my belief, another belief. Then one has to explain. The real spirituality has nothing to do with these sectarian beliefs, sectarian dogmas. Nothing to do. We don't condemn them. But spirituality is independent. It cannot be tied to a particular sect, particular religion. It is independent. As you all see, you worked, and people from different religions, different traditions are coming. They get the same result. You can explain them that when you practice a physical exercise, say you learn yoga from somewhere and you practice yoga, you don't get converted yourself from one religion, from your religion to some other religion. This is a mental exercise. You practice. If you are a Christian, you remain a Christian. A Muslim, remain a Muslim. A Hindu. Not necessary to convert yourself from one organized religion to another organized religion. This is generic for all. You have to work with the awareness of the breath, and breath is breath. You can't say this is Hindu breath or Muslim breath or Christian breath or Jewish breath. Breath. Same with everybody. Then you start working with the sensations. Same with everybody. You are negative emotions, same with everybody. When there is anger, you can't say this is Christian anger or Muslim anger or Jewish anger. Anger. And the misery that you experience because of that, again, you can't give any label. Law of nature. And you are working to live a life in line with the law of nature. You don't break the law of nature. Law of nature wants you to keep a mind pure, balanced, full of love and compassion. You are a happy person. You break that, you are an unhappy person. This message should go to the people. That the technique, the teaching has nothing to do with this organized religion or that organized religion. It is non-sectarian. Because you have practiced, so you can explain people. But actually, a change in your life, that will attract people. And more people start coming. You will find that you helped your friends to learn this technique. You helped the whole society to come out of agitation, come out of misery. This becomes your duty. First, get yourself established in spirituality, whatever you have learned, get yourself established in that, and live a life according to what you have learned here, and be a good example to others. May all of you enjoy the best fruits of pure spirituality, non-sectarian spirituality. May all of you live a happy life, a peaceful life, good for you and good for others. Bhavatu sarvamangalam, bhavatu sarvamangalam, bhavatu sarvamangalam. Sabka mangale, sabka mangale, sabka mangale, tera mangale, tera mangale, tera mangale, jana jana mangale. Jana jana mangale, jana jana sukhiya hoye. Shuddha dharam sabke man jage, Shuddha dharam sabke man jage, mukti dukhon se hoye.